Been hearing on the news lately about how science has decoded the genes and of a baby before it is born, and they can tell the parents about what this baby's going to be like. Now they take some blood from the mother, and they take saliva from the father, and then they can read the gene things on it and give you estimates. Like the one I heard, they were saying that this baby has 25% chance of being autistic, and this child has a 50% chance of having Down syndrome, and this child has a 99% of having some other disease, and every prediction that they told about in this gene test was negative. And there nowhere did they say, well, this baby's going to have a happy life, and he's going to be wealthy, or he's going to have blue eyes or something. Everything was a percentage of some disease, like 50% chance of heart disease. Now I got to thinking about that. Now that's before this baby is born. And so what kind of effect would that have on parents if they were told that their son or daughter had an 80% chance of being autistic? Would they still want to bring that child into the world, or would they change their minds? So this could be a really big thing on coming into the world. Now they just give percentages, and they also followed this up with the knowledge that, well, even though a child may have a 90% chance of having some disease, he may never get that disease, and that's true. In the experiments that they did a long time ago, where they would take an egg from a very intelligent, athletic type female, and they would match it with a sperm from a very athletic, intelligent male, and they expected to get a very intelligent, athletic child, but it didn't happen. It might have happened like 25% of the time, and then there was also part of the time that this child was actually mentally challenged. So they didn't work for him. And I don't think this is going to work for him either, because they're leaving out the third factor in this. We know that a lot of talk has been said about what makes a person the way he is, and some people believe it's genes, and other people believe it's the way he grew up, his surroundings, nature or nurture. That's been an argument going on for a long time. But now that we know for absolutely sure that we are spiritual beings, through the research that's been done on near-death experiences, there's no question about it now. It's true. That brings in the third factor. And the third factor is the spiritual factor. How much part does it play in this nurture, nature, and spiritual triangle? And my opinion is that it plays a big part in it. So I'm just pointing this out because I think this is going to be a real issue in the future, and I think scientists are going to have to face the fact that we are spiritual beings, and that means something. The spiritual part of a person is the emotional part. It's the part that says, I have the will to live, or the part that says, I will overcome this disease, or I will never have this disease. And it plays a very high role in this, what you are. And then there's always the thought of reincarnation. This spirit that's in this body may be an old soul, and it may be a new soul. We don't know what position it's in. So for them to say this, I think is, and it not play out like they say it is a little bit out of line. But people will have to make up their own minds about what they're going to think about this. And this is going to require a little bit of study. You're going to have to do some learning about what's going on in this, and some learning in metaphysics too about spiritual things. And I hope you do, so that you can make an informed decision, because nobody can make that kind of a decision for you. So thank you for listening to me.